Chris, we're going to start with you at Quest. What do you all have coming out of development? What's the demand signal out there? What's it going to look like 2 to 3 years from now?
So I think the push to cloud isn't going to stop, but I think we have to redefine exactly what we mean by cloud. So there's this traditional notion that if I'm going to go cloud native, I've got to have a great infrastructure as a service partner, AWS, Google, Microsoft, et cetera. But I beg to differ. I've been talking to a lot of my agency partners, especially in DoD IC, where they have a very different vision. That is, they expect to have secure workloads running in an enclave, which they feel confident that is secure. And I think that's a question now. I think we've seen recent issues with the prevailing cloud platforms that are out there and how they're delivering security and how they're able to keep up with the volume of traffic and actually doing relatively advanced analytics to ensure that those workloads are safe. So as we think about cloud, don't just think about the normal definition of that. Think about it being a more of a managed service. I think Verizon is used to this, for instance, where we've always had managed services of some sort. The question now is, how effectively can we manage those applications? Sean talked about modernizing the applications, for instance, low code, no code. That's great platforms. We have to start thinking about what does modernization, what does cloud mean, for instance, but I think the future is going to be a mix of all of those things. So the question now for us is, how do we ensure that every application or service or infrastructure we deploy can be managed, can be monitored, can be audited, for instance, can be secured and protected in a control plane that we all understand or a vendor understands? And I love working with my SI partners because they take a lot of that burden off of us. But the future has to be where we all understand exactly what that definition of not just cloud is, but how we manage and secure everything that we put up there, both when it's on-prem and when it's in the cloud and everything in between, because I don't think we're there yet. So I think my vision of the future is where we can do that effectively and have a relatively good control of all those different planes and be relatively confident that our country, the data we use, and me as a citizen feel confident that it's secure and in place.